Right boys, welcome back to another video. It's going to be a different sort of video today. I'm going to be using a PowerPoint presentation that I put together, and it's going to be about how to live a successful life and how to plan to have a successful life. And the thing standing between, people and success is having a plan, actually knowing what they should be doing and actually figuring out how they should get to a certain place. So we're going to get through it now. And the thing is, it's broken down into 5 segments. So the first part is investing in yourself. So this is your lifestyle, your sort of the things you do on a regular basis, your habits sort of thing. The second thing is the importance of planning and making a plan every day, on what you're going to be doing each day and figuring out how to plan. The third point is finding your craft / direction, the sort of thing you're going to be doing in order to become successful or to build a successful life. Trusting the process, learning to trust the process, learning that time is your best asset. Finding out your reasons. This means finding out your reasoning to actually wanting to, become successful or to do something or to achieve something. When should you start? I'm going to be covering this as well. Lastly, when should you actually start incorporating all of the things I'm telling you to do? So, for the first one, investing in yourself, your lifestyle, your habits. You must first get rid of all the bad. And what I mean by this is there's things in your life that you shouldn't be doing, and that are probably holding you back from achieving certain things. So, you must get rid of these bad things first before you actually can start doing the good. So, how to do that? You need to recognize them. You know what you shouldn't be doing already. These could be smoking, vaping, scrolling through social media endlessly, just doing nothing with your life in terms of you don't go to the gym, you don't actually do any of these good habits, you just focus on the bad ones. And these bad ones also consist of the diet, eating like shit. So you have to incorporate the good. You have to first recognize and cut out all bad. So now you have to incorporate the good. So dieting, exercise, building your body, building your mind. That's what exercise will do. Dieting for your health, having a strict sleep schedule, having good routining, reading, meditating to calm your mind, and reading to making you more intellectual and fluidity in the way you speak. All these habits which will improve your life and your lifestyle, you need to be doing. It is going to be hard, but you must be consistent to notice change. And why I've written this down is because most people will give something a try. They will give reading a try, meditation a try, or going to bed at a strict time a try, or just anything, the gym a try, one try. And what they'll give it one try, they'll do it once, they're like, oh, well, I didn't notice that much, or, oh, well, it was hard, I prefer to be comfortable. But you have to just be consistent. You have to work hard as well. It is going to be hard. It's supposed to be hard, but you need to realize it's going to be hard. You need to realize that you can't just do something once and be good at it, or do something once and actually notice insane benefits off of it. So you have to stay consistent. The importance of this long term is that through doing this long term, you will notice the results that you wish to actually notice. In the short term, you will also notice results as well, but not after one day. You have to be doing it long term. You have to be doing it for a long amount of time, and you will see the fucking output from it. You will get the rewards from it. And the importance of it long term in terms of building a successful life as well is because you're already ahead of the game. If by the time you've actually become successful with money or with whatever success or the true definition of success is to you, by the time you get to that point, you would have already got your life together in terms of your lifestyle. So you then don't have to focus on that after. You can focus on everything now, working towards success, improving your life. Like, it will all come together. You will all notice it coming together. And this is the importance of actually improving your life now and investing in your life now, in terms of your health, in terms of your mind, and in terms of your body. So that is the first segment. So let's move on to the next one. If you fail to plan, you will plan to fail. Manifest and map out what you want your life to be. I've done this for myself. Sit there for an hour and just map out and write down everything you want to achieve, or that you have in mind for now. Obviously, there will be things that pop up later on, but map out everything right now. Where I want to be in 5 years from now, or a year from now, or 6 months from now. What I want to achieve. How I want to feel, and what I want my life to look like. All these things, all these questions you should be asking yourself, and all these questions you should be writing down on this map. Ask yourself these questions, and after you ask yourself these questions, start answering them. Also write the answers down on there, and then start manifesting and start putting together the sort of life you can live off all the answers you've written. Start putting the puzzles together. The importance of physical planning as well is when you have a plan in front of you and you have sort of a to-do list, a tick list of, you know, today I'm going to do this, today I'm going to do that, or I'm going to do all these things today. When you have that in front of you, are you more likely to do those certain things? Yes, because you have them in mind. They are written down. You know you've got to do them today. If you don't plan, then you're going off of nothing. You're going off of your brain and your mind, expecting yourself to remember all these things. So physically planning, it's important because then you have structure. And when you have structure, you have consistency. And then when you are consistent, you're going to see results. So having this plan in front of you means you are more structured. And now it means that you are able to know what you're going to do every day. Because a lot of the time you're probably going off of in the moment, which is great to be in the moment. But in terms of doing things in the moment, we lose track of time and we don't get all done of what we wanted to get done. So doing a plan of everything you know you should be getting done every day will mean you can tick it off. And even if you don't actually complete a certain thing on that list, at least you know you didn't do it. At least you recognized it was still there. Because if you didn't have a plan and you didn't even recognize that you had to do that, and then you recognize 2 days later, oh shit, I should have done that, and you didn't end up doing it, well, it's better to have known you didn't do it, but now you can move it on to the next day and make sure you definitely get that done as a priority the next day. How to do this? Evening planning, mapping out each day the night before. This is something I do every day or every evening before I go to bed. The last thing I do is I plan for the next day. I write down a list of everything I'm going to be getting done the next day. I just write that on sort of a tick list sort of thing. I also write the priorities that I want to get done the next day, maybe things I didn't get done that day that I want to get done the next day. I just sort of map out and plan the day for the next day, okay? So that means I can tackle it with structure and I sort of just know what I'm doing. I'm not going into it sort of scared like, oh shit, well, do you know what I mean? Like becoming overwhelmed. Like if you just go into it without a plan, you'll become overwhelmed because then you'll be like, oh, I've got to do this, now I've got to do this. But you're thinking of that off the spot and then you realize, oh shit, I haven't done this, so now I've got to try and squeeze this in. But if you've got it written down as a plan, you'll realize, okay, I've got to do this now, then I've got to do this, and I've got to do this. Stress-free, it means you can get more things done and you can have more structure. So you sort of map out and do an evening plan before you go to bed. You can do a daily plan in the morning as well. After you've completed your first couple of tasks, you tick them off and you're like, okay, to elaborate on the rest of the things I've got to do today, maybe you do an extra plan. Maybe you're like, okay, I'm ahead of track, I'm ahead of time. Let's add a few more things on today. You can consistently be adding to the plan as well to better yourself and to get more things done. Just constantly have a plan on the go. Do a plan before you go to bed. Constantly look at your plan every day. Constantly add things you know you could add to it if you can fit it in the time you have each day. Constantly have a plan. You're going to get more things done. You're going to have more structure in your life. The dangers of not having a plan. The first one is drifts. Like, you're just going to drift away. If you have no plan, you're just going to lose focus in the moment. You're going to do this. You're going to do one thing and then you're going to be like, oh, okay, now what have I got to do? And then you don't actually realize what you now got to do because you didn't plan it. You didn't structure it for yourself. You haven't reminded yourself or told yourself what you're doing today. You're trying to make it up off the spot. So you're just going to drift. And you're probably going to end up drifting doing things you know you shouldn't be doing because now you're like, oh, I'm lost. I don't know what I should be doing. So I might as well just do this. I might as well just go back to a bad habit, you know? Then stress. You're more likely to be more stressed and more overwhelmed because of the fact that you don't have a plan. You don't know what you should be doing. You have to try and find out on the spot. And through doing that, it's going to cause you a lot of stress, especially when, say you go to bed at 8:30 and it gets to 7:30 and you're like, oh shit, I haven't done this yet. And it takes you an hour to do and you're like, I've got to try to squeeze it in so you don't end up going to bed on time. And that's going to cause you stress. You're going to try and cram it all in. So you need to have a plan. Inconsistent routine. You're going to be inconsistent. Your days are not going to look the same when they should. You should have a structured plan for every day so they sort of look the same. If you're going into each day not knowing what you're doing exactly, you're going to be inconsistent. You're going to have an inconsistent life and routine. Little things like bedtimes, like on my plan, I write the structured bedtime I go to bed every day. You're going to have an inconsistent sleep routine. You're just going to have a whole inconsistent routine if you're relying on your own mind and not following a plan. Because some days you're going to do this, some days you're going to do that, other days you're not going to do this, other days you're not going to do that. You're not going to have a consistent routine. Especially if you want to get the same things done every single day and you're trying to add to the day as well. You're just going to get overwhelmed and then it's going to be inconsistent and then you're going to get caught on this instead of you should be doing this. A plan just makes it so much simpler. I don't want to ramble on about it too much because you already know that it adds structure, but also it gives you poor decision making. You're more likely to make poor decisions not knowing what you should be doing than knowing what you should be doing. If you know what you should be doing, you know you should just do that. If you don't know what you should be doing and you're lost in the moment, you're just going to make a poor decision. You're going to make a rush decision. But have a plan, have structure in your life. For the next point, finding your craft/direction. What path to take? Is it online success? If so, creating content, business, editor, options are endless, okay? For me, I want to create content. That's what I'm doing right now. I want to create content online. I want to educate a lot of people one day. And hopefully I'm able to educate people now, even if it's only a small amount of viewers. So what path to take? I can't tell you. This is the thing. I feel like a lot of people try and find the answers to this question. What path should you take? I don't think I can truthfully give that to you, but this is why I've broken it down in the rest of this. Trial and error at first, okay? You have to trial and error different things. Is it making money online? Is it trying to further education? Even though I wouldn't suggest that, but if you're trying to further money online and you're trying to earn money online to live a successful and free life one day, trial and error, try a load of different things, create content. At first, trial and error. Don't consistently trial and error for months and years, because eventually then you will never stay consistent to something and you'll never achieve big results in a specific thing. But trial and error at first if you've never done something before online. Try starting a little business. Try starting a little side hustles. Try creating content. Try running a theme page. I run a theme page as well, and it's done very well for me on the side. Try all these business models. Give them a try. Understand what they truly are, and understand if they work for you. Go with what you love and / are best at. I usually prefer the second one. Go with what you're best at. Go with what you're going to see the best results in. But you also have to love it as well to stay consistent and for it to be sustainable. You have to love what you're doing. You have to love the sort of life that you're leading to. That's what success is. I think success isn't just about money. It's about loving your life, enjoying every moment. You've got to love what you do on a daily basis to be able to bring in your income. How to genuinely find the right path. This is contradicting myself because I said I don't really know how to give you the right path, but what I suggest is go with your gut and heart. Don't go with your head. Your head's going to tell you, oh, further education, or people in your head is going to tell you, oh, do this, Ryan. That's what I always hear. Do this. Don't do that. Go with your heart, go with your gut, go with what you want to do and just send it. Give it a try because it might just end up working. Trusting the process, staying consistent and disciplined. Newton's third law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, okay? If you put an input, you're going to get the output. And to do that, you have to stay consistent. You have to stay disciplined, okay? I know it's hard. To stay consistent and turn up every day, even if you're not feeling well or you're having setbacks. But that's what discipline's for. It's turning up every day regardless of how you feel. You have to adapt that. And to adapt that, you have to build a strong mind. How do you do that? I might make another video on it, but try and build a strong mind, try and become stoic, stay consistent, stay disciplined, and you will get that equal and opposite reaction. You will get the output out. Fall in love with the journey. This is going to make it sustainable. This is what I said also in the last segment. You have to fall in love with the process, because then it makes it sustainable long term. You're more likely to do something if you love doing it every day than if you hate it. Embrace the struggle, embrace the journey, understand that you're going to have setbacks, you're going to have struggles, you're going to have off days, you're going to face a lot of problems, you're going to face a lot of failures, but you've got to use them, you've got to understand them, and you've got to deflect them, and then you've got to extract the value in them, and then use that value to make sure you never make that mistake again, or you never have that certain setback again. But yeah, you're going to have struggles, you're going to have setbacks. A lot of them aren't self-inflicted, but for the ones are, try and learn from them. For the one that are not, try understand them, understand that it's okay that you're going to have failures, understand that you can get past them. If it was easy, everyone would have it, okay? I understand it's hard to do all of these things that I'm asking you to do, but if it was easy, everyone would have it. Because it's hard to obtain success, that's what makes it valuable. That's what makes it so amazing, because it's so hard to obtain it. But that's such a great thing, because not everyone has it. That's the beauty of it, because if everyone has it, there would be no value to it. It wouldn't mean anything. Success, money, it wouldn't mean anything, because it would no longer be important. It would no longer be seen as impressive. So because of the fact that something is or this specific thing is hard, which is success, it makes it valuable. It makes it even more special when you achieve it. Be selfish, put yourself first, and block out all the noise. Stop caring what people think. Stop caring what anyone thinks, anyone around you, because a lot of the time people hating on you. They're in a worse position than you. They just don't want to see you do better than them. Stop caring what people think. Put yourself first. Understand that you have to put yourself first in every single moment of every single day, because if you don't, that's where the consistency falls out of line. So you have to put yourself first. Understand that your journey comes first over all this other shit. All other people, in terms of, oh yeah, someone says to you, oh yeah, let's go out partying. No, put yourself first, put your goals first, put that journey first, and it will be worth it in the end. Do it for you. I've added this on at the end. Please do it for you. Don't do it for anyone else. Do it for you. Do it for your own well-being. Do it for your own reasons. Do it for the fact that you want to become successful. You want to feel that power. You want to have a free and just amazing life. Do it for you. Finding your reasons. Money, freedom, happiness, to help others, okay? For me, it's a mix of all. Money, of course, to be able to fund the sort of lifestyle that I want to live. Freedom, because I want to live a free life. I want to have peace of mind. Happiness, I want to be happy. I want to enjoy every moment with the time I have left. And to help others, I want to educate people to do the same thing. There's a reason I'm making this video right now. There's a reason why I'm trying to help people. You might struggle to understand the points that I'm putting across. I'm going to get better at that. I apologize if I'm not so great at presentation, but I want to help you boys. I want to help anyone that watches these videos, boys or girls actually. I just want to help people. These are my reasons. I've got many more reasons for me personally as well, but to stay true to your reasons, okay? You have to first understand your reasons, and you have to stay true to them, because it will keep you at your best. If you understand your reasoning to something, and you understand that you want success or you want this certain thing because these reasons, and you have clear, distinct reasons, you will be at your best every day. Because imagine going into each day and you're like, oh shit, if I genuinely do this, I will have this. You're more likely to want to perform better. So reasoning is important. You have to find your reasons, and to find your reasons, it can be difficult, but I think truthfully, you know in your heart your reasons to want to do a certain thing. You just have to find your reasons to want to be successful, and this is what this video is about. You are most likely to do something with reasoning. I've already mentioned this, but if you have reasoning to do something, you're more likely to do something than if you didn't have reasoning. If you had no reason to do something, what's the point in doing it? What truthfully is the point? If you have genuine reason to do something, you're more likely gonna do it. So find your reasons. The best time to start. The first best time to start was yesterday. The second best time to start is today. Don't regret the fact that you didn't start earlier. We can't all do that now, especially if you're seeing this video. I never regret the fact that I didn't start earlier, because I guess I'm grateful for the fact that I'm only 18 and I'm starting all of this now. But if you're 25, you're 30, even if you feel like you've left it too long and it feels like you're getting older, the second best chance was yesterday, the first best chance is today. Start from now, even if it feels too late. It's never too late. Start now. Just incorporate every single thing I'm saying from this very moment. This very moment, after you watch this video, get everything in line. Do the mapping out, do the planning, understand everything I've said today, and start now from this very moment. Time is your best asset. Every day from now on will be a step closer to achieving your goal, okay? Time is your best asset. I know time can be scary, but through doing good in time, you will be rewarded. Time doesn't have to be scary. Time can also be rewarding. Over time, through working for several months or several years, you could also get good out of time and getting older, especially if you're working towards things. That's what makes life so successful. As you get older, you're also getting better in yourself, not just getting old and worse. Most people just go backwards. They get older. They just expect their life to get worse. Like, you can be working towards things every single day, even if you're getting older, so that your life can become better, you know? And also every day that you decide to turn up, and every day onwards from today, especially, you decide to incorporate these things, will be a day closer to achieving this success, okay? This is to do with, the time to start. If you start next week, compared to starting today, if you were to start today, you would have already been a week in. There's no point starting next week or next month or next year. Start now, because it'll be a week closer, a month closer, a year closer into achieving what you want to achieve. Never miss a day, okay? This is the most important thing. If you miss a day, then it's a day further away again. It's a day just going backwards. It's a day of inconsistency, and consistency is the key in anything. If you're creating content, if you miss a day and you said you're going to upload that day, now you're losing that relationship with your fans and your audience. You're losing a relationship with the algorithm, when in terms of the fact that you post every day at 5 o'clock and you miss a day, now the algorithm's going to be like, oh, he's not consistent, so we're not going to push his videos out. You're just losing that overall relationship. It could be towards anything, okay? If you miss a day of success as well, if you miss a day of running a business, you just decide, oh, I don't want to feel like running it today, you're going to earn less money, which then might end up making you suffer later on. I hope all of this, makes sense to you. I know it's going to be all difficult. It's going to be quite overwhelming. It's all going to be a big overload, but I think I simplified it into some very simple points, and I think that's another point I'm going to make up off the spot. I haven't written it down here, but it's a lot simpler than you think. It's a lot easier than you think, okay? It's just so much easier than you think. It's just about understanding what you have to do, understanding your reasoning to want to do it, understanding that you must plan to do it, understand you must trust the process in doing it, understand you must stay consistent, stay disciplined, never miss a day, and understand you must start now. It's so simple. It's such an easy formula. Please start using it, and please adapt it from today. Understand everything I have said. Start today. You will get the output from your input. This is one of the sayings that I always say to myself all the time. You will get the output from your input, but you've got to be willing to start, and you've got to be willing to start today. Your future self will thank you. Okay? A year from now, okay, I know you're not in that position. I know you're not in that current state of a year from now. You're in the moment now. But imagine a year from now, if you were to do everything that I have said to you today, okay? Imagine your life and the difference you will have, or you would have had, compared to if you did nothing a year from now, okay? Your future self will thank you, and you will feel better in the moment through doing this later on, if that makes sense. From doing the work now, a year from now, you will feel so much better in yourself as well. Not only the long-term success, but also how you feel in the moment. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that's understandable for you. And hopefully I've simplified it for you boys today. And I hope it was a good video. If it was, please subscribe. Please like, please comment on maybe ways I can improve these videos and help you boys. And yeah, please also share, to other people who also need to understand this knowledge. So boys, it's been a good one today. It's been a different sort of content. I'll be seeing you boys in the next one. Bye for now.